Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Welcome to Drinking Bros, kids. Hot, hungover, Vegas, partying last night, and Anthony Hollaway says, hey dude, let's go to Dream Racing tomorrow and really fucking pick it up a notch. Dan, this was a bad idea.
No, it's a great idea.
No.
It's a bad idea because you suck at doing things.
So here's what happened. We had a small wager, if you will, that he would go faster than me. I said not a prayer in hell. I quickly realized once I got into the vehicle that I didn't know what I was doing. So when Dan said, hey, what's the bet? He goes, you've got to wear the flame retardant suit throughout the entire interview. Here we are. And this is the hottest I've ever been on. It's about 118 here in Las Vegas today.
That sounds right. What is it? What's
God.
what's the actual temperature here right now?
It's got to be.
It was supposed to be 118 today.
This mic is hot in my hands right now. And
maybe that's because of Dylon.
Brutal.
Yeah.
And with a guy like me, you can just take the word flame out of retardant, and I'm just full retard here. We got one of the managers here. Come on in from Dream Racing, dude. Look, it was a dream for a lot of people, not for me today. This is a goddamn nightmare for me. But this is actually fun as shit. It's just so crazy hot. I don't know how you get used to it. Give us your full government name and your social security.
My name is Steve Jones. I'm the marketing director here at Dream Racing. My middle name's Andrew, so you can call me that if you want when you're on bottom tonight.
You're going to cut,
Prince Andrew, maybe?
Yeah.
Prince Andrew was a bit of a weirdo. I don't know if you remember
all
of that.
I'm fully aware of Prince Andrew. England's a small country, I think you know.
Yeah.
Are you from England?
Yeah.
I couldn't detect that accent. I was going to say Arkansas.
England, Texas, I think is the city he's from.
It's coming home, by the way. I don't know when this goes out, but it's coming home.
It's coming home tomorrow, yeah. Hey, by the time this airs, you will either be world champion or a fucking loser again.
Well, European champion, but whatever.
Whatever,
it's good
dude.
enough.
Isn't Europe the world? Let's be honest. If you had to nuke out
Wait, what's
the
last non-European team to win the World Cup?
Probably, Brazil.
In
what year?
2000?
94.
No,
All right.
Later than that.
Later than that. What do you got? Any plans?
Yeah, we're gonna go to game kicks off at 12 tomorrow.
Okay.
But we're gonna be at Irish pub for about 9 a.m. All our crew are gonna get in, start drinking early, get a full English breakfast, and
little fry
start
up,
chanting all our songs. Oi, oi, oi!
Yeah. I'm amped for that.
I'm hoping there's going to be a fight by about 10:30 a.m.
I can make that happen for sure. What's Giorgio?
The guys
for you. What time does that start tomorrow? Or what time does that start Vegas time?
12 p.m. 12.
Oh, noon. Shit, we're gonna be on a flight at 1:30. Well,
yeah, that flight's probably gonna get delayed.
Change it? Are you gonna change your flight to watch?
Your flight's probably gonna get delayed, to be honest. That time of day, all these flights have been getting delayed because it's too hot. I've never heard of this before. But apparently when it's this hot, you can only have a certain amount of aircraft on the runway at any given time, within a certain period of time or some shit like that. I have no idea exactly what it is. All I know is that flights are getting delayed because of heat.
I know that my hand is sweating, and when your hands are hot, it's hot. I mean, it's real goddamn hot here. How do you do this on a daily basis? Like as a white man, like a super white man.
As a British man,
British
with very we got very similar skin.
We're similarly complected.
I just generally try and stay in the office in the AC. But when I have to come outside, I hide in the shadows because I get sunburned so quick.
Yeah. No,
it's not easy. It's not easy. I have to take a lie down after this. But sweaty palms. You said you had sweaty palms last night, right?
I did, dude. And when that 40th Irish car bomb went down, I mean, the sweat's really pouring down my face now at this point. When that 40th Irish car bomb went down, I said to myself, "Who are you, Ross? Are you a man? Are you a father? Are you a husband? Are you a lover? Who are you right now? Because you shouldn't have done that."
Well, I'll tell you what you're not. That's a race car driver.
Yeah,
definitely not a race car driver. So I was talking to, because you guys stick us with a child, essentially, who drives around with us.
Yeah.
And so the child that I was with, he was a great kid. Goes to UC Irvine. Pimpy looking dude. He's going to have a blast in life. But I asked him, I said, do people go bug fuck out here? And he said, dude, all the time.
Yeah.
Why is that people think they can get into a machine like the ones behind us and think that they can just go 150 like they do it every fucking day?
So have you ever heard of anything called dogging?
No.
It's big in Britain. So what happens is people drive out to the middle of nowhere in cars and they'll meet up with just random strangers and they'll just they'll wife swap, they'll watch, they'll voyeur, they'll join in and what I'm trying to do is bring dogging to America.
Great.
So the Speedway is a good place to do it.
Yeah, you a big watcher?
Very big watcher.
Are you really?
I've got cameras in all the cars. So I have videos of it.
Have they ever shot a porn here? It'd be a great place to do
We've
it.
had Penthouse shoot and did a shoot over there with Layla something, and then we had a couple of like minor level porn stars have done sort of just topless shoots and stuff here.
I think we can get you some major level ones if you want it.
Well, problem is the owners of the Speedway, the actual company that owns Speedway, are very religious. So
are they really?
We have to hide all this stuff in the garages. That's why we're doing it in here.
Got it. Are they Mormon?
No, I just think very super Christian. You know?
Oh, super Christian. Okay.
Family values.
Look,
I'm probably going to get fired if they see this.
we do a lot of family-friendly videos.
Yeah.
Most of them involve a mom or a grandmother in Giorgio's case, so I think that's fine. We could pull somebody in. I think Corey Chase lives out here, right?
I have no idea.
She's the end-all, be-all MILF mom.
There's a ton of them out here.
Yeah, I
It's
think
Vegas.
I think Corey Chase is here, so maybe we can get her back here. And I mean, you look young enough to be a stepson in one of those videos. It's kind of the way it's going now.
I'm going to have to shave.
Everything's a mother stepson vibe, and
It's all the taboos, though. People are getting pushed more and more towards the taboos.
What's yours? What's your biggest one?
Uh,
Reverse Cowboy?
That's a good question.
Do you know what Reverse Cowboy is?
Huh?
You know what Reverse Cowboy is?
Yeah, of course I know what reverse cowboy is.
Reverse cowboy.
I like how he said that like...
Plural. Reverse cowboys. There you go. Reverse cowboys.
Yeah,
Plural.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like you should explain it because I'm not 100% sure he knows what you were talking about.
So reverse cowboy
Based
for
on
somebody
your
like you,
reaction.
when a woman puts on a strap on and then you get on top of her facing outward. So you don't get to make any eye contact with her. You got to be facing outward, and that's reverse cowboy.
And this is what you thought it was.
No, reverse cowboys is when you get multiple guys
Oh yeah.
coming in.
It's
like
like
a train.
it's like they're doing at the Cubs games where they have all those beer cups stacked together.
Yeah. And they got to be wearing cowboy hats, and then the last guy lassos you as he ejaculates inside of you.
I feel like you've got the mechanics all figured out at this point.
I do
Well,
too.
I've been working on a little thing.
Yeah.
So starting with
Is it is it a Rube Goldberg machine that does all this?
Has anybody asked you to fuck in one of these
patent
cars?
pending?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever asked you to fuck in one of these cars?
We actually found somebody giving a lady giving a man a blowjob in one of the cars on pit lane, actually, where there's customers around.
Did you let him finish?
Wow, on pit lane.
I wasn't there, but I have no idea if they finished or not. I imagine so, because one of our pit lane guys saw what was happening and didn't approach them until they got out of the car. So I imagine somebody did finish in one of our cars.
Yeah, so I told this story. I think it's when I was working at Staples Center as a waiter. My God, this bet was a terrible idea. This, by the way, this makes up for the bomb suit thing you guys wanted me to do. Like, I'm in a flame retarded suit in 118. We're good now. I'm going to get through this hour bravely. But when I worked at Staples Center in Los Angeles, there was one of the suites was owned by Vivid, so it was porn. And my manager had called me in there, and he was like, "Hey, dude, I need you to take care of what's going on in there." And I was like, "What's going on in there?" And he goes, "It's whatever box number it was." And I go, "Okay, whose box is that?" And they go, "It's Vivid's." And I was like, "Oh, somebody fucking in there?" And it was like, yes, there's a couple having sex in there. If you could get them to stop, that'd be great. So I went back in. There was Coke all over the table, and it was a hockey game, Kings. So the ice was still down. Beautiful scenery if you're going to do it. And so I went down there, and I said, "Hey, you can finish, but you got to get out of here in like 5 minutes." And I was respectful about finishing.
Oh, well, at least somebody scored.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to know mostly about you is like, are you a respectful guy with that? Or do you just say, no, you need to leave the car immediately. Don't finish that blowjob?
British people aren't really confrontational
No.
by nature.
No.
So
We like to be polite. So, I'll be like, jolly good. Hope you had a good time. See you again. Here's a cup of tea.
Yeah. How much do you know about the royal family? Are you big on them?
Kind of.
Okay.
I can talk about them at pretty good length.
Okay, great. Is it true that the redheaded kid and problem child is actually Prince Harry?
Yeah, well, there's a rumor that he was, because Princess Diana was sort of seeing a guy with red hair. I think he was in the army. So that was one of the rumors, genuine rumor, that potentially that it wasn't Charles's son.
I think it's true. If you look at the two of those fucks, the one is already bald like his dad, and you're like, all right, great. Yes, that is definitely your father.
Yeah.
Harry, though, looks nothing like them, and I heard that she was boning that soldier.
Yeah. I mean, if you understand the story of Diana and Charles as well, and his lack of empathy, he just wasn't brought up with any sort of loving family,
Right.
so he didn't know how to display that to a wife, and so she got frustrated, he got frustrated.
Yeah.
He married her, and really he was in love with Camilla Parker Bowles the whole time anyway.
Oof.
But this is the royal family, and royal families all across Europe and across the world, they've always been fucked up and somebody's sleeping with so-and-so. I mean, they're all related even now. It might be a little bit distant, but they all share genes.
How ugly is Camilla Parker Bowles in real life? Have you seen her?
She's been nicknamed the horse many times in UK tabloids.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sorry,
rough.
Camilla.
That's awful. You
not
married?
you.
Yes, I am. Yeah, to an American. So I'm
Really?
diversifying the gene pool.
Were you getting that visa? Or is that true love?
Green card. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
No, I'm truly in love with you, Tiffany.
Tiffany, there it is. Sorry, Tiffany. You guys got any kids?
No.
No, not yet.
Dogs. 3 dogs.
It doesn't count. No, it doesn't.
It's-
Everybody who
that's
says
as
that
close-
they have a dog, they don't have kids, and
That's-
then it's just like,
that's as
fuck
close.
off, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
you are?
you're not a dad. You're not a boy dad with your dog.
He's got the dad look in his eye, though.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. If Delco Dan has a fucking kid, the world has collapsed. I mean, absolutely fucking collapsed. So, yeah, what are you doing over there, Dan?
I'm letting Brittany know her Uber's here.
Oh, well, good for her.
Yeah.
Now, for you, sir, you got to film this whole thing today. What'd you think? Yeah, go ahead. Is that it?
What?
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
she
didn't
got
know.
one to go back to get ready
Oh, separately.
for the fight. Yeah.
Look at that. No, we had a blast. Actually, Giorgio shot all of it. We had a pro surfer.
Billy Kemper?
Yep. He was against Chuck Liddell today. Who won that, do you know?
We won't know yet.
I think it was
until it
Chuck.
airs?
I
Yeah,
think it was
no,
Chuck
until we
there.
get the video.
Yeah.
And see
Okay.
what the top speeds and the top
All right.
lap times were.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to insert some of this footage, but if you follow all of us on all the Drinkin' Bros socials, you get to see Chuck's laps, Ross's laps, which you're definitely going to want to see, Brittany lapping Ross, because that's good content. But I really think people underestimate Chuck's ability behind the wheel. Like, he's owned supercars before, so it's not the man's first rodeo.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Like, I gave it a go for a couple laps, and after that, I was like, meh, I don't want to waste this guy's time, you know?
No, and unless it's a lot of money, it's a lot of danger. It's like if you don't feel comfortable, it's not something you've done before. It's really hard to open her up.
He's been very pleasant to us since we got here. The last
It's not
thing he needs
dangerous
is
at
some
all.
fucking idiot like me
It's not, we had 88
smashing a car
had
through a wall.
88-year-old woman coming here by herself driving faster than he can. He's just useless.
Look, I'm
No.
trying to give him an out here. See, you don't
No,
understand
no,
what we call this
I'm
in the
promoting a
biz. Is I'm
business.
giving
I'm
him the
promoting a
out.
business.
I got it up to 135, and I was like, all right, cool, man. We're good. I think we're good today.
Does this car
He
go
said that car only went
135?
140. What was I driving, by the way?
You drove a 488 Pista.
Okay.
Very expensive, limited edition Ferrari.
How much does that car cost in real life?
It's around $400,000.
Fuck, dude. And then you get some dummy like me out there.
Sweating.
Who's
I
just
drove
driving
it.
like 30.
I drove that same car 2 weeks ago.
You did?
Yeah.
How fast can that get up to?
Well, I got it up to like 198 and a half, I think.
Fuck, dude. I don't know where.
Just in the straightaway. You got to come out of that last
I
turn
did,
real
man.
hard.
And I had it to the fucking thing. And it was, I think I got to 140, actually. That was what I topped out at.
Well, the truth is, to help you out a little bit here, in this heat, the turbos don't do so well because it's so hot. So the car doesn't quite reach the performance. So that's the out.
Okay.
That's the out. So the
Great.
car wouldn't perform to it.
Great. You
Yeah.
bet. You bet it was.
We are blaming the $400,000 car. Just making sure that's correct right now.
Yes, dude, it's not me. That's not driver error. It's the fucking car, dude. The car wasn't ready for me today, Giorgio, is what we found out. This suit was, my God, man, looks terrible. So here's the real shit with this,
Sweating
right?
through the back.
You can keep it. I'll sign it for you. It's to the point where I'm starting to hallucinate a little bit, which is great. But when I got into the car, it was very difficult for a man my size to get in. I'm about 6'4". I just don't think these machines are built for somebody like me. They're built for midgets.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I mean, we have anybody over sort of 6'2" getting in a Ferrari, Lamborghini's going to have trouble.
I look awkward. I looked awkward getting in it,
You look
getting
awkward
out
anyway.
of it. Even the homeboy who had to jack the seat all the way back was like, Jesus, I don't know if it
remember,
goes any further.
When I was growing up, when I was in high school, I went to the same high school that what's his name?
Kevin Garnett?
KG, yeah, Garnett went to, and I worked at some of the body shops around town and some of the dealerships, like detailing cars and shit during the summer for extra cash. My dad ran one of the places. So Kevin Garnett came in to buy a Lambo, and they moved some shit out of the back area and put longer tracks on it and moved the seat back probably about 8 or 10 inches.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how much that cost to get done, but I'm pretty sure he could afford it.
My God. Yeah, for me personally, it's comfort. I was talking to my little test driver. Obviously we were talking about banging chicks at UC Irvine where he goes to school, but then I was just like, with all this, the $400,000 car and everything, and me trying to squeeze my way in there, I think you have to look cool in life to own one of these to get out of it. Whenever I see KG or Shaq or somebody like that getting in and out of these cars,
ain't
I'm
getting
like,
in and out of one
no,
of these.
dude. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Didn't he have a Porsche though?
Yeah.
But it was convertible.
Yeah, it was a convertible.
A lot of those guys, they can only have convertible cars.
So I've never entertained it, and he goes, "What kind of cars do you own?" And I go, "Like trucks. I've just always owned like some form of a truck or a Bronco or something like that." For a big man, I need a big front seat that feels like a living room. I understand the beauty and grace of all this shit, and it's real goddamn fast, by the way.
The truth is, though, as a loud race car. The truth is, with these cars, you need to have the persona. If you own them, you can't pull up in front of a Smith's, a grocery store in a McLaren, and get out and go buy a pack of eggs. You need
could.
I mean, you could, but
have you done it?
You need the personality. It's not my thing. I can't do that.
Let me ask your thoughts on the color yellow on sports cars. Why is there so much fucking yellow?
Well, I mean, yellow was the original color of Ferrari.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, original color, and then obviously
Why did he do
Lamborghini
it?
took it.
Why did John Daniel
Dave
Nefarious-
Ferrari, I think his name was Dave Ferrari.
Dave Ferrari? Yeah, Dave Ferrari.
Or Davide Ferrari.
Yeah.
Why did he do yellow, for Christ's sakes?
Ask the Italians. I have no
I don't
clue.
speak it. I don't speak it.
I should probably know that. Unfortunately, I don't. So I just know the original color was yellow.
So you say you should probably know that because of your role in this job. You seem to know a lot about these cars.
Yeah. I mean, we've got the world's largest selection of race cars and supercars and GT race cars. So yeah, we have a lot of cars here. I think just because there's so much and you work in it, you don't pick up all the details.
Yeah.
My background wasn't in cars either.
Now you were a professional snowboarder, right?
Yeah, I used to be a professional snowboarder. So
No shit.
yeah.
Did you ever win X Games or anything?
No, I wasn't that good.
How good were you? When you call yourself a professional, let's really get down to
Well,
brass.
yeah. Well, that's the truth is being a professional snowboarder just means you can make some money from snowboarding, and that was my primary income. So I did a few competitions, I had a few sponsors, and a few little income here and there from.
And now you're sitting
brands.
in a garage and it's 112 goddamn degrees or something
Yeah.
out here.
Way different than
But
the
I'm with
snow.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
So I've made it.
Do you got
I've made it.
Do you have a Burton? Do you have a
You've
Burton
got
snowboard?
You've got your lens on.
Yeah. Did you have
He
a
George
Burton
Bushed it.
snowboard?
Remember the time George Bush tried to look through the binoculars in the lens caps in the front run?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Don't choke on pencils.
The brand I used to ride was a company called Battalion, which was out of the Netherlands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had a special type of board that had sort of raised edges, essentially.
Yes, like that. I just pretended like I knew what that was, and I had no idea what that was at all.
Thing is, I've had a lot of head injuries, and it's been a few years since I've snowboarded. I can't really remember much these
Where are
days.
you at on the pill side? You party with pills?
No.
How do you get through it?
Just a lot of alcohol.
Clean living.
Yeah,
clean living,
now
dude.
easier.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say your prayers. Take your vitamins. It's Hulk Hogan, man. Come on.
A guy like you tonight, because Conor McGregor fight is tonight here in Vegas. Are you watching that? Are you rooting for McGregor, or is Ireland still kind of on the same tip from that Mel Gibson movie?
Well, I hope I don't embarrass myself here, but I think Conor's got it easy.
Tonight? Shit, dude.
That's a hot take right there.
I keep hearing this from everybody, dude.
Hey.
Yeah, what if England loses?
Why are you bringing this guy along?
Yeah,
He's
Delco
negative.
Dan. Because he's a loser. He's from a loser town
He's
that
a
does loser things.
He's a dog chaser, man. He just bets on the fucking dogs always.
Yeah. We should get him a little dog outfit. One of those. We should get him a van. A dog catcher van, dude.
Like the one
From
in
Dumb and Dumber?
Dumb and Dumber,
yeah. So you think McGregor's got it tonight? I don't fucking know, dude. Everybody I keep talking to is saying that. I still have money on Poirier in 2 and 3. Are we still in that together here? All right, Giorgio's in that tonight too.
I just
submission.
What's the submission?
Submission pays off
700?
at like 20-1, right? 7-1.
Again, yeah, the submission's still 7-1 from Dustin, which isn't crazy. Hopefully it doesn't go to penalties. I'm just saying, it's pretty good for Italy if it does. Jorginho's hop, skip, and a jump might put it past. But
so you got England winning tomorrow?
I want them to win, but Dan's over here putting this bad juju out there, and he's saying Connor easy. I think Dustin's got it. Did you watch the last one? Did you see what happened?
Yeah. No,
Dustin
I saw
beat
what's
the shit
happening.
out of it. I mean, it wasn't that.
Nah.
Well, the first round.
Thing is, Connor, at his stage in career, he's reached success where he's probably a little bit complacent. This is probably what he needed to put him back in gear.
Okay.
And I think if you watch that second fight, like he was taking his time, he was making the shots on Dustin. Dustin did look like he was stressing a little bit, except I think Connor just got cocky, wasn't bothered about the leg, and then it caught up with him. And I think Connor's going to go out, and I'd like to think Connor's going to go out and destroy him tonight and make a case.
Well, the beauty of this
but we'll see.
is
I mean, you and Chuck Liddell are both on Connor, so you're in good company.
Sunday night, so like the fight will be over by the time this is over. So like they could be watching the show going, that guy was a fucking moron, dude.
Well, they probably think that anyway. So I'm okay with it. I always start with a low bar, and if I can go up a little bit in people's estimations, then it's good.
Yeah, then you're good. You're fine.
I mean, well, we've got a real English guy here. Does Harry Kane score in the final, and is he going anywhere from next year? Is he staying at Tottenham?
Stay at Tottenham. I don't think he's going to score.
No, unless it's a penalty kick. Yeah.
Or inside the box.
I
find
think
out.
it could be potentially a really slow, boring game.
No penalties is what you're saying.
No, 1-0 England.
Think Sterling?
Maybe Sterling, yeah.
Right.
But I think it'll be second half, round about 70 minutes.
Check the over-under on my bookie for the goals and that. Because if it's probably 1.5, right?
Probably. So the under is looking pretty nice. How do you feel about Gareth Southgate?
He's doing a good job. I mean, hard to know what if you know the history of English football, especially since 1966, it's just been a constant grey cloud of tragic and painful losses. We've had balls go over the line that have been disallowed. I mean, it's been horrible.
Ross is getting ready to slit his wrist right now. This is
I think everyone's checked out of that. There's about 4 of you guys who know this on this podcast. So
I just want to say I tried to bring you guys some interesting soccer news, but
holy
back to the
Christ,
show.
you might as well held up a fucking painting, dude, and just describe that for an hour and the textures and colors and all. And no, there's out of the
It's
10.3
accurate,
million listeners, there's 4 people that are like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, mate, that's the inside I was
You
looking
shouldn't
for
ask me
tonight.
the question then.
I didn't mean to. I didn't.
I mean-
I didn't even think it would go on that long. And the beauty of it is, again, since I'm probably going to die in this suit in 10 minutes, I can say whatever I want. But it's important that we get the sponsors
What can
in
we
before
do to
my
your body?
death. Ghost bed. You sleep in a ghost bed?
Actually, I have Helix.
My God, man. I mean, I cannot fucking throw anything to you and you make it work right now. No. Oh, is that your title sponsor for every single show on your network? Great. I sleep on the other one.
I was kidding.
All right.
I'm winding you
All
up.
right. You ever fucked in a ghost bed?
We can make that happen.
We can bring in the garage, dude, and then put the cars
Yeah.
around it.
This
Have a fast and furious fuck sesh, if you will.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great.
Lots of reverse cowboys.
We're family. Nothing beats family. Nothing beats family, Vin Diesel.
Tell that to Chris Benoit.
Exactly. R.I.P. Wait, is he alive?
No.
No. Neither is his family.
No.
I know, but I
That's
forget
nasty.
which one. There was the Benoit brothers.
No, it's Benoit balls is what you're talking about.
Ah, that's it. Yeah.
It's
I
a
was a
whole
big
other
fan of the
situation.
Benoit balls. And if you're a big fan of Benoit balls, get yourself a ghost bed. You can lay down on that mattress.
Get the mattress protector because you're going to squirt with
You're
that
going to
thing.
squirt a lot.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of DJ on that mattress. That's Dookie Juice for you guys who are new in the biz. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros today. 30% off everything in the entire store. And it's race car friendly. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The ghost bed is very light. Keeps you cool at night.
It does.
It
Actually
does
keep you cool
actually.
at night,
There
yeah.
we go.
I wonder. Can you hollow out one of these nice cars? Let me make a legit car bed with
Ooh,
my
that'd
ghost
be a
bed.
good idea. Yeah, we could with one of the old race cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros today. 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest there. You're welcome. Bundle all those deals together. And I want to jump in mine because it's cool and I'm hot. Dan, who's the next one? Who do we got?
I have no idea.
It was
I'll look it
texted
up,
to
though.
us. Who was it?
Hang on, I'll look.
This is an on-the-fly show. I was not expecting to lose like this. And we were like, set up the cameras right now. I want
When's
full
this going
maximum
on?
Ross
Sunday
sweating.
night?
Yeah. I want full Ross sweating all over camera, all over himself. I want him to feel shamed, soiled. I want you to know that I will not soil myself on this episode. Okay? No matter how bad you want me to. Did you just check?
No.
No, him. He just checked my pants. I will not soil myself on this episode, but I could black out and die. It's one of the hottest I've ever been in my life here.
It's Felix Gray.
Felix Gray.
Yeah.
Glasses.
I've actually got something for them.
Yeah, read the copy.
They just sent me an
Anthony.
email.
Best,
this morning,
best
actually.
glasses in the biz. They block out the blue light. Whenever I had those migraines the other day, I popped those fucking things on, dude. That was the only thing that took it away. To be
It definitely
honest with you.
helps, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're sitting around looking at screens all day,
Yeah.
before all the shutdown shit, I think the average person was looking at screens 11 hours a day or something like
Correct.
that.
Wow.
And now it's
14?
13 and a half or
Yeah.
something, 13 and a half to 14 hours a day people are looking at screens. And the blue light that's used to make those screens fucks your brain up, man. I mean, I think the worst thing it actually does is fuck with your REM cycle, your sleep cycle,
It
right?
stops the production of melatonin, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So I mean, it's now that summer's in full swing and people are getting back out, you're gonna lose track of this shit. You're gonna forget. Then you're gonna get back into the office, and your office is your house now. You're gonna be spending 10, 15 hours a day in front of a screen. You better be wearing this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
you're
you're
wearing it.
You're gonna get migraines. You're not gonna be able to sleep.
What's
you
the
don't want that.
promo? What do we got there?
Let's see. We got non-prescription and prescription available. I think it's, what is it, $20 extra for
Yeah.
the prescription?
Yeah.
Check them out now, felixgrayglasses.com/drinkingbros. That's FELIXGRAY glasses.com/drinkingbros. We're getting free shipping, free returns, free exchanges, and felixgraysunglasses.com/drinkingbros. There we
Felix
go.
Gray sunglasses or glasses?
Felix Gray Glasses. Sorry, I said that
Yeah,
wrong.
sunglasses is what I need.
felixgrayglasses.com/drinkingbros.
A listener sent me these in. Do we have any more today?
Do we have any more
Sponsors?
ads? No.
Okay.
No.
Well, a listener sent me these glasses, right? They're too small for my head. Too small for my dome. They look like baby glasses. But these were my emergency glasses of like, oh, hey, if I lose my fucking nice ones, I've got these, right? Just in case. I've lost my fucking nice ones, dude. I can't do it. What do you got here? You got some
Just
Oakleys?
these, yeah.
Those are really like low price Oakleys right there.
Yeah. I lose them all the time.
Same, dude.
After a while, you just like, I can't be bothered buying the Tom Fords and stuff. You lose them all. So buy the cheap Oakleys. Plus, you know,
I get like a 30-40% discount
military
At
discount.
Oakley?
with all their apparel, everything.
Yeah, I don't.
There you
I
go.
get nothing, dude.
Well, you shouldn't.
I get nothing. How hot does this suit get up to? Like, are you worried about my safety at this point?
I don't care. I think it makes better content if you pass out.
Man,
You can draw a little Hitler mustache.
I'm close to the camera, so if I do fall over, I could knock it out of frame potentially. And by the way, this is how close Harry Kane's going to have to be to the goal to score tomorrow. So fuck off with your bullshit. I do think England's going to bring it home, and that is my prediction. When that party's going to stop, I don't know, but there's going to be a lot of people knifing each other in the streets because they don't allow guns there. Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah. And London's got a huge
It's
knife
not-
problem. Yeah.
Well, Leon, I think he was at a barbecue or something, and somebody jumped over the fence, or one of the British fighters.
Did he have a gun?
Friends got stabbed. Or something.
Yeah,
no.
Because he didn't have a gun. He had a
violence
knife.
is a bit different in England.
Is it?
Because if you go to a pub in England, you're watching a football match or whatever, and you get into a fight, it's usually very quick. If the police do turn up, they'll just generally tell one person to go one way, one person to go another. It's too much of a hassle for them, so they just push people either way. And most of the time, you see the two guys who are fighting, they're usually having a beer, shaking each other's hands at the end. It's
That's
more
cool.
it's more overly emotional fighting, and so we call it casual violence. I got a dent in my chest here where I got hit by a scaffolding pole after a Megadeth concert.
Really?
In Nottingham, yeah. Yeah.
You said that so casually, like like everybody's got it. Oh yeah, I got fucking
No,
indented on
I
a
mean,
goddamn.
I think it's just a rite of passage being in England. You get a little bit of a fight. So it's a scramble usually at some pub or something.
I always think of a kid with one crutch and no turkey for Thanksgiving.
Timmy. That's what I think of. Timmy. I think of that a lot.
It's funny because now being a British person living in America, you realize that a lot of Americans who perhaps haven't traveled, their perception of what the UK is like is pretty much limited to sort of like Harry Potter. And, things like that. And it's not like that at all. Like it's very rough, most of it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Is the roughest part like the Dementors or what is it?
There's some part of Manchester, something side, I can't remember what it's called now. Basically, Liverpool, Manchester, up north, sort of Newcastle way. They've all got the rough areas.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. You look at people like Darren Till, who's a Scouser, which is another name for a Liverpudlian. They're
A what?
Liverpudlian.
Come on, man. We're not doing that today. We're not doing that.
He's from
fucking
Liverpool.
bullshit today. Is that what you call yourselves? A Pudnian?
Liverpudlian.
Liver scum is the proper term.
Okay. I don't
We got
understand.
a Chelsea
it's
fan over here. You gotta
Bullion.
bear with him.
Bullion sounds better. I'm a
Hooligan.
pool boy.
Pool boy.
I'm a pool boy. What is
Yeah.
it? A liver-
Liverpudlian.
God, that sounds terrible. That sounds like something a child would name their first horse.
It's
over
5
in England.
syllables.
Yeah,
It's a lot,
that's,
man.
that's a lot, man.
That's what the Beatles were. They were Liverpudlians.
Were they really?
Yeah.
They never said that on a fucking album. And that's why they were rock stars. You keep talking about it, and it's nonsense.
You're not
brother.
going to be a rock star like this.
Yeah, you're not going to live a life
That's
that
fine.
If that was the
Like,
goal,
That's fine.
Liverpudnian, dude.
We
Wait.
got names for all sorts of different people. You got people from Newcastle called Geordies. You've got people from Birmingham called Brummies.
Geordie, I like a Geordie. That seems like a fun, flirty thing. Like it could be a guy, could be a girl.
Geordie girls are the most hardened British women there are. You go there in the winter, you go out at night, they're wearing miniskirts with no underwear on at 1 a.m. and they're fighting each other with stilettos.
Why
Not
no
even-
underwear?
Not even joking, huh?
Why no underwear?
Just because that's the way they like to roll.
Well, they
Yeah.
do they fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
You won't understand a thing they're saying. You look up what a Geordie accent
I was like
is.
Eliza Doolittle.
Oh, it's tough. It's really tough. I don't even understand it. And where I'm from is about 30 minutes away from Dudley, Wolverhampton, which is where Ozzy Osbourne's from. And everybody there speaks like Ozzy Osbourne. It's crazy.
That is crazy, man. We did a gig with Ozzy, and I caught maybe every 6 word he said. Maybe. But he's still doing it. Jesus Christ, man. They toted him out. He was 69 years old when we did that gig.
69.
69.
Now he's 71, I think.
Gotta be. He was 69 years old, and he was still doing the suit and everything. Sharon, Jack, all of them over there. And
They're
I was
not
like, why?
together now.
And then the
And I
trail.
go, why are you guys doing this? And they were like, dude, he wants to keep playing.
He
so-
likes it. Yeah, he when he's in the when he's in his trailer, if it's on set somewhere, or when he's on his bus, like he's on a bike, like constantly
Really?
doing shit. Yes, he's like the most in shape 70-year-old I've ever seen in my life. And
Well,
it's
Mick
Ozzy
Jagger.
goddamn Osbourne.
Yeah, settle a bet first. You're British. Stones, Beatles. Who you got?
Stones.
Gun to head. There you go. There you go.
The
That's my
Beatles-
favorite band of all time.
The
by
Beatles
way.
are fucking terrible. Come on, man.
Yeah,
That's a little much, Dan. But
John's a
they
good
contributed
musician, but
a lot to the musical. I'm just not a fan of them myself.
Yeah.
There's 1 or 2 songs that are okay, but I was never really a fan of them.
I like those old interviews where John used to talk about beating the shit out of Yoko over and over again.
People
And I was
forget
just-
that.
No, never forget.
Most people.
They were some of the craziest shit of all time. And like people were just, my wife did this on another show. She was talking about it. She was like, yeah, he would have these interviews where he'd be like, I get upset and I just hit a lot. And they're like, "Oh, John, you're so fucking crazy."
Yeah, you're so wacky, John.
Yeah. Like he used to just openly admit it to the press, which was wild to me.
So did Sean Connery, though. Maybe it's just a UK thing.
Maybe, but even Connery took some heat. Like when he died on Twitter, people were like, "Oh, R.I.P. wife beater."
Yeah, but he got away with it for his entire life.
Well, you know,
I'm not really worried about the heat I'm going to take after I'm dead.
is it a British thing?
Probably.
Yeah, you ever beat the shit out of your wife? You said it in a very quiet tone.
Not that I recall.
So it's happened. She's gotten out of line. You gave her a rap on the beak. That's fine.
You sound like you're testifying in front of the Senate right
Yeah.
Well, I don't
I'm in
recall
America.
You
I
need some
can-
water,
Otherwise,
Zuckerberg?
Very diplomatic.
This goes out to the internet. I could be in trouble.
It is. Is it a British thing?
I'm pretty sure you can't go to
I mean,
jail
it's-
for something said on a comedy show, you would think.
This is
Although,
comedy?
technically, well, it was until he put that suit on, and then it was.
My God, man.
It's comedy for me.
How much sweat is coming off? Like, is it?
You're dead. It's over.
This is crazy right now.
It's that
dude.
point where you've done the tourniquet and you're still seeing arterial bleeding. You're like, all right, this guy's going to die in a minute. So
I'm gonna have to rebet Dan something else for real though. The first 2 laps, like I went for it, and the last 2, I was just like, all right, cool, man, we got a show
You
to
did
shoot,
that-
and I don't want to fuck that guy's life up.
you did
know?
that in reverse. You should have taken it easy on the first 2 and then let it up on the last
Well,
3.
they take us out. What is it called? A pace car?
Yeah, so what we do after a little training session with a video, we put you in a high-performance SUV and we show you the track, a couple of laps,
Yep.
a ride-along, and then you jump in the car.
Okay. Because I went with that guy, and he was an Italian man,
Yeah.
and
Righto.
would not shut the fuck up about Olive Garden. He was like, "It's off the strip. You're gonna love it." And I was like, "All right."
The breadsticks.
He just would not shut the fuck up. He's like, "Don't make a reservation for any of the."
Wait, how has Vin
amazing
Diesel not
chefs."
gotten an Olive Garden fucking sponsorship?
Well, Vin's a real Italian.
No,
I
I'm
think.
talking about when you're here, your family. Are you fucking kidding me?
I've seen the Olive Garden meme with that though. It's great. But we did the pace car, and homeboy got it up to like 80, I think. And I was shaking around from that, and I was like, all right, well, fuck. And that was like a minivan. Was that what it was?
Yeah, Maserati SUV.
Same thing.
Levant, I believe.
Levante,
Levante,
yeah.
Levante,
How much
yeah.
is that car that we were at?
That one's about 80. I think that exact car actually is 94,000.
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking at a fucking Raptor price then, a Ford Raptor. That's fine. I mean, that's a weird flex to have a 4-door Maserati, right? Would you ever do that?
Yeah, but
That thing handles pretty well.
It handles fine.
does.
But it's-
Maserati is a certain brand though. Like, you got to have the. I feel like if you're driving a Maserati in Vegas, you're a certain type of person.
What type of person is that?
Wow. What? Yeah. What is it?
You can say cunt on this show.
You can
We
No, I
it all
don't-
the
say
time.
I don't
what
wanna
race
say
it is.
Cunt. Strippers of the Asian variety.
There
Oh,
you
that's
go.
A
interesting.
lot of Asian strippers drive
Yeah.
Maseratis.
You know why? Fast and Furious 2 was in Tokyo. That was the Tokyo Drift. So
I don't know if there's any Maseratis.
Was it 3?
in there.
I don't think there are any
Nah, fuck
Maseratis.
off,
You
dude.
don't
I
drift
haven't
the goddamn
watched it
Maserati.
past the first one, so
I've only ever
don't
seen
care.
the first movie.
Don't care at all.
You didn't miss much.
Yeah. You ever get down on Asians? Was that a bad segue?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I feel like you're under interrogation right now. I'll switch it up for you.
No, that's all right.
Have you ever fucked an Asian without
I missed that bit.
without a condom? No, I'm joking. No, we appreciate being here today, and this was an amazing experience.
My pleasure.
The minivan though was a little unnecessary. I think maybe throw that Maserati in the garbage can. And
Well,
then,
there's a fucking Ferrari version right down here.
what's
the
behind,
Lamborghini Urus.
what's behind us?
Oh, it's a Lamborghini. Yeah, you're
Lamborghini Urus.
It's
Okay, how much is that thing?
330. I think
It's expensive.
Fuck
A
that.
lot of money.
Do you own one of these in real life? No. You're like, bro, I don't.
Why would I be talking to you if I had the
know.
money to?
Yeah,
You're like, yo, dude, I make
You know?
$18.50 an hour, dude.
I'm not getting paid for this. It's just my job.
What's your daily driver then?
An Audi S5.
Okay. And do they know, like when you went to the dealer here in Vegas, do they know what you do for a living?
Yeah, because you try and work every deal you can, right?
Sure.
So I didn't get anything.
You didn't get anything?
No.
He's like, go fuck off, dude.
It's tough.
Has any instructor ever stolen one of these things? You just took it out for a
No,
date?
I'm amazed that nobody has stolen any of these cars.
It's crazy, right?
Because you can come in at any point of the day or night. This is a really bad idea. But
No. There's plenty of gates and shit, but I'm surprised when one of your instructors didn't be like, I get a Tinder date tonight. I'm going to take out this yellow fucking Ferrari. McLaren, whatever, dude.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard.
I'm a car guy, dude. I'm like, don't fucking test me. I'm a car guy. So that yellow thing, if you just took that out to, like, let's just say Mastro's, the Ocean Club over at Aria, big fan of that restaurant, not a sponsor, I wish they were. Would you guys be cool with it? Would it be like a little slap on the wrist?
Well, we don't license. None of these cars are registered. So as long as you don't get caught by the police, you'd be okay.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Shit. Will you let us take one of the McGregor fights tonight? Tell you what, will you drop us off? The fucking Ubers, dude, are so long
It's
here
tough.
in this town.
It's
Just
tough.
drop us off in that McLaren. Is there a back seat to that?
No,
Probably
you're
not.
going to have to double up. You're going to have to double up.
I'll sit on your lap, and then we'll let Dan drive.
Reverse cowboy?
Yes.
Yes,
obviously.
yeah, reverse cowboy. Because I need to get off before I get in to the event, obviously, which is tonight. Everybody's going to be there. Donald John Trump is going to be there. What do the British think of Trump?
Cunt.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, what he did with a golf course in Scotland set the tone, I think.
Oh, what was it? Tell that story. I don't know it actually.
There's a bunch of protected land in Scotland, and basically he wanted to build one of his Turnberry golf courses there, and he basically paid off local government, just like what happens here, but politicians getting backhanders.
Yeah.
And he built on protected land that had, like rare birds and all that sort of stuff. But his problem was there was a load of local people there who lived on the land, and he couldn't buy them out because they've been living there generations. And so what he'd do is build massive sand traps and pile up huge piles of sand in front of their house so it would block the sun, and then he'd try and cut off water and electricity to their houses. There's a documentary called You've Been Trumped about it. But yeah, so
shit.
when people knew about that in the UK, were like, this guy is a cunt.
So was it that beautiful though, that land, or was it kind of like? Well, I
never went to it.
What are we talking? Sound of Music? What is it?
Yeah, was it?
No, it
fuck
wasn't
Julie
quite like
Andrews
that.
bullshit?
'Cause the truth is, I think it was a few birds and voles and small little animals that were protected, and a certain
Fuck
type
'em.
of reed and stuff. So
Fuck him. I think Trump was correct. Look, man, a nice golf course, super hard to find, dude, especially in England.
Scotland.
Oh, is that it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's where golf
Yeah.
was invented.
They've probably never seen the craftsmanship of a Trump course. So yeah,
true.
dude, I understand. Burn the birds. Burn them in front of the townspeople. Like,
That's where he got his original conspiracy about the birds flying into the turbines.
yeah.
That's he first started with that, saying, well, I can't build a golf course, but you can build these turbines offshore that are going to kill all the birds.
He's 100% correct. Do you know what those turbines, how many birds they've killed last year?
Probably quite a few.
38,000.
Wow.
38,000 birds. And the turbines, guess what? 40, 50 kids that now have cancer. The turbines cause cancer, and those birds needed to die in the turbines. I say get rid of the turbines, get rid of all the birds and children, and build that fucking course. Scotland needs it. What's the best course over there? Yeah, what's the best golf course in Scotland? Yeah. Didn't they play a British Open there?
I don't know anything about golf
Okay.
because it's a classist sport in the UK. I'm too poor to play that sport.
Got it.
But
got
I
it,
know
got
they've
it.
got some amazing courses there, apparently.
I want you to be aware that you just told everybody you're too poor to play that sport, and then you've
Growing
got
up
all
in
these
England. Growing up
cars
in England.
behind you.
Growing up in England.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now you're rich. So let's start thinking like a rich man.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
yeah,
are.
you're right.
I've-
Golf
You're right,
courses.
you're right,
I
you're right.
believe he said earlier in the interview he owns all these cars, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
very modest. That's a trait of British people.
Golf course, Trump, rich. Start thinking, go. Now stop thinking about townspeople and all that other shit.
Peasants.
Trump
All of them.
Trump was doing what was best for that nation, I think. So, I kind of side with him on that. A foal, as you said, there were some fucking foals that were dying.
Little waterfowl type creatures.
Oh, waterfowls, even
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Fucking set them on fire like that river in Cleveland.
Are you going to get to speak to Donald tonight, do you think?
We were supposed to hang at the Tropicana earlier. It was a 2-for-1 buffet stitch, but
Shrimp and steak.
he never showed. So I ended up eating his steak.
We were going to meet him at the buffet the other day too.
Yeah, that's where it was. That's
But,
exactly where it was.
I mean,
He's a surf and turf guy.
I only eat buffets
He's a surf
when
and
I'm in
turf
Vegas.
guy. Yeah.
And I wait. I like it right before they change the food out too. I don't know why. It's almost like an OBJ
Just the
thing
bottom.
with food.
Yeah.
You a surf and turf guy or a snow and hoe guy?
Surf and turf.
Okay. So you don't
Well,
like
you can do
cocaine and
both, though,
strippers?
right?
Yeah, you can do both.
You can do both at the. What's it? Sapphire? Is that the Sapphire? The one that's the
Treasures. Treasures, I think, is the one that does the steaks and stuff.
Who's got
What's
the
the
best
one with
popcorn
the
shrimp?
Mexican restaurant? El Dorado?
Yeah,
El Dorado.
That's Sapphire.
Sapphire, yeah. I've never
El
been to
Dorado
any of the strip
Cantina.
clubs in this city, but I've been to El Dorado a bunch. I love their food.
El Dorado food is amazing.
It's really good.
And if you've got time to call them before this goes out, you might be able to get a little sponsorship off.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
No, we're good.
Yeah.
Let's go,
We're
dude.
good. We're
What's
good.
the best strip club in this whole town?
Well, it's all based on. I'm a type of middle of the day C-section laugh at everybody.
Oh,
type.
C-Scar guy.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
yeah.
Giorgio. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah,
Boom.
that's my style.
Yes, that was the Seventh Veil in Los Angeles.
I don't like to see people like beyond my reach, you know.
I
So,
like that. So you're an amateur guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I couldn't. The rest of it is just too much, you know?
Plus, there's a chance you might actually go home with one of these girls, and they actually might fall in love with you.
That's the beauty of
You're
it.
lowballing yourself. You know.
Yes. Dan goes the other way.
High class.
Yeah, dude.
What is
It's
the classy
too
guy?
much. He goes for the classy, like the big tits and all that stuff. Like you and I are the common man. You know, we go for the low level people.
Yeah.
That low hanging fruit.
Just
real desperate.
scoop 'em up.
Real desperate. Where you're just like, oh man.
A cab driver gave us this tip of Sonny's. It was
Oh,
a
yes,
it was
yes,
a bar
yes,
where
yes.
some of the strippers drink at
Oh, I
afterwards.
never heard of that place.
So I feel like I'll give a shout out to Sonny's real quick. If you ever want to like meet a nice stripper, maybe have her burn a cigarette into your forearm or something, I feel like that's the place to go.
Proud of you, Papa G.
Shout out to Sonny's.
Yes. Shout out to Sonny's. Haven't been there. I'm married, so I don't get to do that shit anymore. But I'm sure living in Vegas, everybody who comes in here, they're always like, take me out. Let's go to fucking strip clubs.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough living in Vegas. I'm married too,
Yeah.
and I moved here in a relationship. But my first time to Vegas was within the first 2 weeks of being in America. This is early 2000s. And so coming to Vegas was a complete novelty. And that first night, I ended up being a yardie gangster drinking for free at, what is it called, at MGM? Studio 54, and I woke up in an MGM swimming pool the next morning. Tried to find my friend I was sharing a room with, couldn't find him, didn't have a mobile phone at the time, fell asleep on a park bench outside Luxor, got woken up by these girls, and they're like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. They're like, oh, you're from England? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, well, what are you up to? I'm like, I can't find my friend. I just need to sleep. And they're like, come back to ours. And they're all White House interns.
Oh,
so
my
I
God.
slept
Oh,
in a
shit.
room with 4 White House interns. I left there about 3 p.m. in the afternoon, went downstairs back to Excalibur, trying to find my friend, hung around there all day, couldn't find him. And I'm sitting in this bar, it's about 8 p.m. at night, and this girl sits down about 2 seats away from me. She's kind of pretty. I was about 21, 22 at the time. And the bartender I'm talking to sort of goes around the corner. I'm like, that's a bit weird. She moves another seat closer. She goes, hi, how are you? And I'm like, great, thanks. And I said, I'm just being nice. I'm like, do you would like a drink? She goes, yeah. So I get her a drink. We start talking. Bartender comes back. And about 30 minutes later, she leans over and she goes, you want to go upstairs for some fun? I'm like, fuck. She's a prostitute. And the whole time I completely, and they both burst out laughing. Her
Oblivious.
and the bartender. Being British, you don't really get approached by prostitutes. And not me anyway. So, yeah.
In my head, I just heard like a very thick Cockney accent asking some dude if he wanted a blowjob.
Yeah.
But I can't do the accent, so you're going to have to just imagine it along with
Oh, hey, what about you? Was that it? Was that close or
it.
no?
Yeah, it's close
For the
enough.
purposes of this show, that was great.
Pretty dead on.
It's better than I would have done.
I think we've all got that stripper story. Like everybody who's come to Vegas, where you're just sitting there, you're having a drink, maybe playing some poker on one of those machines that's built into the fucking bar.
Poker.
Yeah, exactly. And then a girl comes over. Oh, hey, how's it going? Nothing. Just like having fun in Vegas. Things crazy. Girlfriends, whatever. And it's just like, oh my god. And you start to think to yourself, man, this is gonna be easy. And then at the end, it's like, see, do you want to go upstairs and have some fun? Starts at 300, and you're just like, oh fuck, prosty. You're a fucking prostitute. Okay.
Well, I ended up
300 roses, Ross.
300 roses.
Roses.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. What did you end up doing?
So
Did you pay for it?
No. So we were talking, and I felt really guilty. So I said, can I buy another drink? I'm really sorry I'm wasting your time. Like, very apologetic, being British, obviously. And she says, well, I'm going to go next door back to Luxor, and I'm going to meet some friends. You want to come? I was like, fine. So I ended up hanging out till 10 a.m. in the morning with about 12 prostitutes drinking.
Wow.
So it was pretty funny.
There's worse ways to live.
Yeah. That was my first time in Vegas.
Did any of them want to bone just to bone, or were they just over it? Like, hey, we're just going to have some fun.
I think I just looked really naive, and I just think I was like, they took me under their wing. They were telling me stories how they'd meet like ugly guys they didn't really want to sleep with. They'd get them drunk, and they'd give them a hand job and then steal the wallet and things like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
That's great.
they weren't high class escorts or anything. These
Welcome
were,
to America.
you know.
Welcome to America. What class were they?
I mean, Luxor and Excalibur is pretty low.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So it would have been cheap. Wouldn't have been 300. It probably would have been more like 50, 75 bucks. I'd
Fucking
imagine.
Excalibur, dude. That's
Yeah.
where they have the medieval times and the dinners and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it'd be
And
more...
Thunder from Down Under.
Yeah.
You got tickets to that later, right?
Well, look, I lived that life for about 8 years. That was my dancing days. Gave it up, though. I had to hang the thong up for good. You know, pick up an old microphone.
Stretched out thong.
Was it ever? Not just from the dollars, but the ding dong. But now all that's changed, you know?
You're a reformed man.
Married, yeah, stop sucking dick for money and coke.
Just for fun now.
Well, if nobody's looking, it's dark enough, you can't see my face, it's fine. Hole's a hole, but cleaned up myself, you know, bathed, showered, trimmed my pubes up with some Manscaped. Like, I'm back in business.
Do they sponsor you guys?
Yeah, they do.
There you go.
They do. I've probably lost 18 pounds now, just sitting here. No,
Yeah,
not
we
even
should probably
close.
wrap this up before somebody has a fucking heat stroke.
Wow, I said I would go the full hour. I don't know where we're at time wise, but so 6 minutes. Yeah, I'm a
good.
man of my word.
Power through.
I will go the full hour in this flame retardant suit like a fucking retardant. That's what I will do. And then we're stealing one of these cars. We're taking it out tonight.
I'll look the other way.
Yeah, dude. There's the keys are just in there. By the way, that was one of the more shocking things. When I got in that car, what was I driving?
You drove the 488 Pista.
Okay. So I drove that, right? I get in. It looks like fucking keys from Hertz. I'm just like,
Yeah.
What?
You should see the worst set of keys at Aston Martin. They're plastic, they're cheap, they're awful.
are they really?
Yeah, they're just terrible design.
I thought the guy was fucking with me. I was like, hey, dude, what's with the minivan keys?
I want
Like,
my keys to a car that goddamn expensive to be like one of the Infinity Stones from Avengers,
Exactly.
bitch.
yeah.
Exactly.
Like it should hover and glow and shit in the middle.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
It's where these manufacturers, I know they cut costs or whatever, but
That's
I
a
think,
weird reason.
in
A
fact,
weird way to cut costs.
Yes, dude.
an interesting fact that the Aston Martin keys are actually Volvo keys that they just put a sticker on.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
You're fucking joking.
No.
That's crazy.
The
dude.
Lamborghinis, if you turn over the brake pedals, you'll see Audi symbols on them.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Just because they're all made in the same factory, it's cheaper. The Maseratis, that's all Dodge stuff. They use the same.
it
like,
really?
Yeah.
Mopar, yeah.
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 Whose side were you on in Ford versus Ferrari? Matt Damon or Christian Bale?
Christian Bale.
Okay, because they were on the same team. That was a test. So
Well, he's Welsh. Christian Bale's Welsh as well, and I'm part Welsh. So
is he?
Yeah.
You ever party with Bale?
no, he's crazy from
what I heard,
all I've
man.
heard.
That's
Yeah.
what I've heard. The other one who's Tom Hardy. Where's he from?
London, Essex. Yeah.
Okay, he fucking rages too.
He's an interesting guy.
He
He went gay for a bit.
yeah.
He was a model, heroin addict.
Crazy story. So like he starts to kind of make it like kind of blow up. He does his first like big American interview, and the guy's like, oh, you know, you married, gay, whatever, and he's just like, well, I'm an actor, so obviously I've taken a man in my mouth. And we're like, whoa, I was not expecting that, and the publicist shut that the fuck down.
Shouldn't
real
have asked the
quick.
question.
So he's not doing interviews like that anymore. Tell the story though, because some people say he was fully gay and then just switched and married a lady.
I'm not totally sure. I know he was a model when he was younger, sort of 18, 19. He was on a show called Big Breakfast, which was like a morning show, like tongue-in-cheek show. And he got quite famous as a model, and I think then he turned to drugs, and I'm not sure if it was with drugs that he was sleeping with people for money and all that sort of stuff. I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
But I'm not sure if the gay thing was of choice or necessity. I'm not sure.
Okay.
And then somewhere in between there, he got back into acting and modeling and that sort of stuff. So, and then he was in a TV series called the Take 4-part, and it's really fucking good.
Okay.
Really good. Yeah.
I used to call my Dick and Balls the Big Breakfast, by the way.
What's it called now?
Well, I get a trademark claim against me from McDonald's, so I had to stop calling it that.
The crappy meal.
Yeah, I had to stop calling it the Big Breakfast, and so now I just go with the Continental Breakfast. So
Does that
pull
mean
it
your
open.
ass is the Continental Divide?
Well, I put it on the tray, I pull it open, and it's got garnish and all that other stuff around it. A lot of names for my Dick and Balls. My brethren, but that encompasses my taint, Dick and Balls, and everything else. And then I used to go by Beef Wellington for a long time.
Beef Wellington.
Yeah, that was my my porn name back in the day.
All floppy,
Well,
hanging out the sides.
yeah. Do you like it pink? I'm Beef Wellington. Do you like it pink inside? That was my whole thing, and it didn't go that far.
Now your balls drip to the floor like a wizard's sleeve.
No, dude. I'm gonna get a sack reduction, dude. I got a guy in a van in Austin that'll do it for $40. So quick surgery,
It's,
I
it's
just want-
outpatient for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I want the scar behind it. So they're just gonna take off 2 inches from
Just
underneath.
get a little tuck,
and then go a
basically,
scar behind it because I don't want
You're going to tie your tubes as well while you're at it.
I don't want that front facing. Today's been full of nonsense, by the way, and I'm glad you were here for it all. The hallucinations that I'm going through right now mentally with this fucking flame retardant suit on in this garage that has no AC in it are just mind altering. I feel like I'm on day 2 at Electric Daisy Festival.
They actually do it here.
I know.
Yeah.
On this fucking track.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
many times have you how many kids have
You
OD'd
find
and
Coke,
died
bags
here?
of Coke and all sorts here.
Yeah. You know how many
Yeah.
kids have died on this track?
Well, they say technically none, but they always die back at the hotel room.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Magically?
yeah.
Hey, is he ODing? Get him back to the Bellagio. And then, okay, he's dead in his room.
Yeah.
Nice way to go out. If you're going to go out, you should go out like that. Giorgio, what's my time here? What's my time in the suit? This was a mistake that I made today. 50 seconds. Okay. Kids, don't make bets against people when it's this temperature on something like this. I think we all learned a lesson today. Lost my sunglasses, wearing some child ones. I'm with a British man who
It's all gone wrong for you, hasn't
I
it?
may or may not hugged a little too closely on the first night because I had a migraine. It was weird, and I needed a friend, and you were there. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for having us here. Where can everybody find you on social media?
Dream Racing, dreamracing.com. We're in Las Vegas, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Want to come drive some fast cars? Hit us up.
Goddamn right, dude. And ask for you personally, right?
For me personally,
Yeah.
Steve Jones. Yeah, the English guy. I'm the only
Just
English one here.
Just ask for Steve Jones and say,
The
look.
English twat.
Yeah, yeah.
The English twat.
There it is.
You heard him, fuckface.
England, they're going to bring it home. I'm calling it now. It'll be over by the time this airs tomorrow, but I'm calling it now for England.
I might not be here because all the owners are Italian. So
Are they really?
Yeah, I might
Yeah,
get
you
fired.
Fuck them, dude.
You may get executed after this.
Yeah,
That's all right.
fuck them. For Dan Hollaway, our big swinging dick Brit here, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin' Bros Podcast. Good night, everyone.